A very good evening to one and all. I am Dr. Prabhakar Swami, IQC Coordinator of Mahatma Phule Mahavidyalaya, Kingaon. I heartily welcome to all the respected teachers, research students, and my dear respected students, and all my dear colleagues. Today, this is the second day of National Education Policy, National Seminar Series, second day. Today, we are having Dr. Rupa Gupta as the resource person for this session. I heartily welcome today's resource person, Dr. Rupa Gupta ma'am. Firstly, I would like to introduce about herself. Dr. Rupa Gupta ma'am is the Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, Srimati Radha Devi Goenka, College for Women, Akola, Maharashtra. Ma'am has studied MA, MPhil, MBA in Finance, MA in Sanskrit Literature, MA in Economics, MA in English, Master of Science in Psychology, Master of Arts in Yoga. She has also completed her B.Ed. Then she has qualified the National Eligibility Test and State Eligibility Test, State and NET. Also, she has been awarded with the doctorate degree from a university. She is having 5 years of teaching experience and 13 years research experience. Ma'am is working as a research supervisor to management, business, MBA students and Master of Commerce students. She has published 4 books on commerce and management. Ma'am has appreciated by Government of India for conducting intellectual property right awareness program in 2022. Ma'am has published 2 books and she has also registered 2 patents. Ma'am has translated Swayam NPTEL course on financial accounting. She has working as a nodal officer of National Education Policy 2020 in her college. Near about 39 speeches she has delivered as a keynote speaker at various conference, seminar organized by the college as well as universities. She has attended more than 20 orientation courses, refresher course and short-term courses, and she has also attended some faculty development programs, FTVs. She has published more than 20 research papers and 2 of them are published in UGC Care journals. Today, among us, we have a very versatile personality. I would like to invite today's guest of honor, Dr. Rupa Gupta ma'am, to deliver a speech on interpersonal skills. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. I think my voice is clear, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So first of all, my salutation to Almighty. I want to express my sincere gratitude to Mahatma Phule Mahavidyalaya, Kingaon, for organizing such type of event. It is a great initiative in regards of national education policy, because government is addressing us. We have to organize such type of activities so that we can make awareness among the faculty members and the research scholars and students also. Honorable Principal Dr. Bodke sir, Honorable Vice Principal and the convener of this lecture series, Dr. Chauhan sir, and IQAC Coordinator, and the organizer of this national level seminar lecture series, Honorable Dr. Swami P.S. Sir, for inviting me as a resource person to deliver my thoughts, opinion on interpersonal skills. A very good evening to all the faculty members, research scholars, and dear students who has joined right now. So let me share my screen, sir.
Just unmute yourself, ma'am. Your screen is visible, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Sir, earlier I was muted.
No. I just muted to all the participants. Somebody was making noise. Okay. Go on.
So as today's topic is interpersonal skill. So if we master our interpersonal skill, definitely we get success very easily in our life, because interpersonal skill is nothing but we are building meaningful connections with the people. Now, in today's scenario, we all are facing cutthroat competition. So it is very difficult uh, to survive in this scenario, and government has launched the new education policy 2020 in 29 July 2020. That is great initiative, and in new education policy also government has given some guidelines like critical thinking, problem solving thinking, then various kinds of skills, abilities are given there. So as we all know that communication is a base of success. Whatever we are doing in our life, whether it is our personal life, whether it is our professional life. So there like two kinds of communication is there: interpersonal communication and intrapersonal communication. In the same way, skills are also two types: interpersonal skills and intrapersonal skills. So when we talk with us, can anyone tell me? So because it is a interpersonal skill, if it is interactive session, I will feel very pleased if you will interact with me. Do you talk with you? Anyone from your side? Because
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
yeah, because knowing yourself is very, very important. If we know ourselves, if we talk ourselves, so that is intrapersonal skills. Means uh, we are talking with us because we want to know ourselves. If we know ourselves very well, then only we can know other one. So interpersonal skill is nothing but the ability, the skills, how we are behaving with people, how we are communicating with people, that is interpersonal skill. So today's session is very, very important in our life. This is what in different part of our life, as we all are using directly or indirectly in our life. Like here you can say that, you can see that the technical definition of interpersonal skill is nothing but people skills, how we behave with people, right? How we talk with people, how we manage with people, how we communicate with people. So it is nothing but a soft skill. So skill is nothing but ability, a special kind of thing which can be developed, right? Because by birth we don't have any kind of skill. We have to work. It means it shows that if we work on our abilities, if we know our strength, like you all know that there is what shock analysis, right? We all know what is shock analysis. strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and traits. So how can we do our SOC? So if we know our strengths, right? I know my strength, then only I can do intrapersonal skills. I can communicate with myself. In the same way, when we are talking with other one, that is interpersonal skills. So it is nothing but how you are behaving with other one, other individual, or how we are interacting with other one in effective manner. So why skill is important? Because we want to make our communication, we want to make our interpersonal skill very effective, and we want good result. That's why interpersonal skill is very important. As we know that without importance, we can't do anything in our life, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is correct. It is
Yeah.
true.
So that's why my second slide is based on the importance of interpersonal skills. What are the advantages of interpersonal skills? Because if we know what are the advantages of certain skill, then only we can work on that thing. Like in Bhagavad Gita, the first chapter means, because before the first chapter, there is a Mahatmya is given, the Mahatmya of Bhagavad Gita, so that the people can read, people can recite the Bhagavad Gita, people can know the advantages of Bhagavad Gita, like extreme peace, extreme happiness. These are the feedback of some people. Some people, those who are practicing these things in their personal life, right? So that's why this second slide is very important. The importance of interpersonal skills. If we have the good interpersonal skill, definitely we can enhance our relationship, not only on personal basis but on organizational basis also. Means it is a good thing. It is a work-life balance. It is working like it is creating a balance between our professional life and our personal life. Second is it also improves our team dynamics, because we all are working fraternity, right? So we all are working in a team, and in team there are various kinds of people, their thoughts, their ideas, opinions are also different. So that's why it encourages, it improves our team dynamics. In the same way, it also boosts our professional growth and success, because in next slide we will discuss how can we improve our interpersonal skills and how it will help us to grow our professional life, to boost our personal and professional life. In the same way, conflict and misunderstandings are also there, where more than two people are working. Definitely there is a conflict, there is a misunderstanding, maybe there is a miscommunication. So that's why these skills work there very effectively. In the same way, it also inculcates the quality of leadership. It enhances our leadership quality. As we all know that leadership quality can be developed because it is a skill. So these are the important aspects of interpersonal skills. So slide is not moving. Hello.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, it is changing. It's changing. Sorry
Earlier
for
it was not.
excuse me, ma'am. Sorry for interrupt you. I would like to heartily welcome our honorable principal, Dr. B.R. Bodke sir, has joined this today's national seminar series day 2. Sir has joined. I heartily welcome him on the behalf of Internal Quality Assurance Cell of our college. Even also my college vice principal, Dr. Vital Chavan sir has also joined this meeting. I would like to heartily welcome to Dr. Chavan sir for the seminar. Welcome both of you.
Good evening,
Yes,
Dr. Bodke sir, Dr. Chauhan sir. Good evening.
yes, ma'am. Please continue.
Yeah. So the first aspect of interpersonal skill is the effective communication, as it is the combination of two words. We all know the basic definition of communication, that is when two or more than two people comes together and share their ideas, views, and thoughts on a certain topic, right? So that is communication. But effective communication is here very important, because whatever we are doing in our life, or we can say that it is the foundation of our growth, right from birth to death. What we are doing, we are always doing communication. It is a continuous process, because as we all know that communication, there are two types of communication: verbal communication and non-verbal communication. So in this diagram, we can see that when we are discussing with each other, when we are using different kinds of medias like social medias or other medias, when there are more than people, two people, when we are receiving or giving messages, when we are writing, reading, listening, that are also the part of communication. In the same way, if we try to connect with people, if we are trying to developing our networking skills, so that is also part of communication. When we are exchanging, right now I'm exchanging my ideas, thoughts on communication. When we are talking with people, that is also part of communication. So these are the examples of communication, but in our day-to-day life, it is part and parcel of our day-to-day life. If we make it effective, if we present these things in very effective manner, definitely we will get success. As I have given, the title of this presentation is Mastering Your Interpersonal Skills for Success. So definitely, if we utilize these practices in our day-to-day life, it will give us very effective results. So as we can also see that our communication, verbal communication should be very clear. It may be in writing form, reading form, or listening form. Non-verbal communication. In next slide, we will discuss what is non-verbal communication. Our gesture, postures, body language are very important. Like non-verbal communication is related to symbols. In the same way, active listening is also part of effective communication. If we actively listen someone, that also gives us effective results. Our body language and use of empathetic language. So these are all are the parts of effective communication. If we use these things very proper way, definitely our communication will become effective. So as my next slide is showing that active listening is also important part of communication, or we not communication. It is one of the part of communication, but it inculcates the quality of interpersonal skills. As what can we do for making our listening very active listening? How can one become an active listener? Actually, sir, like I am co-host, I think, so that's why if someone is entering in room, it is interrupting presentation. Okay, be attentive. Whenever we are talking with someone, so at that time, our posture, our gesture is very important. So be attentive whenever we are talking with someone. A listening skill is depend on these aspects. If we are listening someone, so at that time, if we are not able to understand the theme, so what should we do? We can ask different kinds of questions. One of the question form is a open-ended questions. Whatever is our query, we have to ask to that related person. In the same way, then also if we are not able to understand, if we don't have the clarity, then we can request for clarification. Sometimes the things are very new and innovative. So it also shows that you are listening very active manner. In the same way, paraphrase, we all know this is the basic term. While writing the research paper, we are paraphrasing the research paper, right? Paraphrase is nothing but when we are delivering the content, same content in a different manner, in a different word. So that is paraphrase. So it also shows that you are an active listener. Use open body language. Yes, as I am talking, if it will, it just imagine that it is a like offline seminar. So at that time, you will note, you will give, you will show your gestures, postures. So that all are the examples of open body language. In the same way, empathy. In next slide, we will see that what is empathy, as this is the important part of our life. We all are using empathy in our day-to-day life. So empathy is also important. If you are showing empathy, like you all know that there are two kinds of terms, empathy and sympathy. So empathy is a psychological term and it is very important. It is related to our emotional quotient. And after the last stage is a summarize. If we all are using these things in our day-to-day life, these are the sign of active listener. So we should be active listener. So if we are an active listener, definitely it will inculcate the quality of interpersonal skills. So next slide is showing empathy. So empathy is also important part of interpersonal skills. So can anyone give me example of empathy, because it is important part of our life. We all are lecturers. We are using this term in our life. We are showing empathy. We are showing sympathy also. Anyone from the participant side?
Knowing the students' face, that how they are attending the classes, that seeing their gesture and postures, we can understand that what are the things are going in the mind of the student. That is the empathy.
Okay, sir. Means you want to say that the technical definition shows that when we are putting ourselves in the shoes of another one, right? When we are replacing ourselves in place of other one, right? So that is empathy. खुद को दूसरे की जगह पर रख कर देखना, right? So that is empathy. Like in Hindi, two terms are there. सहानुभूति आणि समान अनुभूति. Marathi also the same words are there. Is sahanubhuti, like we are showing sahanubhuti, right? But empathy is nothing but we are feeling the same thing what the other one is feeling. So that is empathy. So two sides are here very important in empathy, like yeah, yes sir.
May I?
Yes sir. Please.
Basically, when students create some trouble for us in the classroom, within the four walls of classroom, we tell them, when you become a teacher, you'll understand. So that's what we meant by empathy.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Very true. And it is
Thank you.
Yeah, good example. Thank you. So here you have given very right example. Just imagine here two terms are very important, self and other. So the my left side is showing that see their words, right? Means other one. And next is understand their feelings. So two sides are given, like we have two brain, left brain and right brain, right? So in the same way here also two parts are given. So what should we do? When we are seeing other one in their perspective, in their eyes, right? With the help of their eyes, just we are replacing ourselves in place of that other one. So definitely what should we do? What is our moral responsibility? So our moral responsibility is to appreciate them as a human being, right? Uh, in college also, like we all are college faculty and students are also there. Yeah, right. On online notes, students are also attending. So if someone is committing mistake, like in classroom, there are so many students, advanced learners, slow learners, or moderate learners, right? So at that time, it is very difficult to manage them, right? As a teacher, because we have limited time, we have huge content, so our same content in limited time, we have to present the same thing in different kinds of students. So at that time, maybe some students are committing mistakes, some students are disturbing us. So at that time, we can, what should we do as a good teacher? This question is for you people. So, okay, no one is replying. So instead of scolding our student, right? Because it is negative feedback. So what should we do? कि हम उसको अकेले में बुला सकते हैं, right? And we can try to understand their problem. Because in classroom, like as teacher has a personal and professional life, in the same way student has also the personal and the academic life. Maybe their personal problems disturbing them in classroom. So at that time, as a responsible teacher, we can see the world of student as a, like we have to replace. So appreciation is a good thing. Everyone like appreciation. And next thing is to understand their feelings, because if we try to understand the feeling of other one, we try to understand the problem of other one, so definitely it will create healthy communication between two parties. And it is nothing but a good quality, a quality of empathy. That person is having the quality of empathy. If we want to become a successful being, what should we do? As a responsible teacher, what should we do? A responsible person, we have always show empathy towards the concerning person. And as per my view, as per my perspective, empathy is very, very important in this scenario, because everyone is facing the problem of stress. Like it is a general term. Yesterday we all have attended the session on stress management. So there, I think sir very rightly said that empathy or emotional quotient is very important, because our not only our physical but our mental life is very important. That's why it is very important part of interpersonal skill. If we have the feeling of empathy, definitely we will become a successful being. Conflict resolution. So conflict is nothing but when our ideas, opinion, and thoughts are not matching with other one, it will create a situation of conflict. And again, I am repeating the same line, two or more than two people are working on the same scenario. So definitely conflicts are there, because Marathi एक म्हण आहे ना, व्यक्ती तितक्या प्रवृत्त्या. Different people, different mind, different ideas, variations are also there. So what should we do as a responsible, like human being, responsible authority? First of all, we should know the basic reason of that issue. What is the problem? What is the root cause of that problem? So that we can find out, we can go ahead towards the solution. And without listening, so how should be our listening? So our listening should be very, very active. In the same way, finding common ground. If, see, here, while resolving the conflict, here the role of empathy is very important. The emotional quotient is very important. try to understand why that respective person, why that concerned person is behaving, why that concerned person is creating problem. There are 10 people. Just imagine there are 10 people are working in a team and 2 people are not responding, 2 people are creating innocence. So what are the basic root? What are the problems? So that problem can be sought out with the help of active listening, and at that in the same time we have also use empathy, the power of empathy. Try to understand their situation on their eyes also. Then only we can get a proper solution, and with the help of the same solution we can solve the problem. So in this way one can solve the conflict, any kind of conflict, but root cause is very, very important. And for finding the root cause, we should be active listener. And it is also important aspect of interpersonal skills. So at the end of the session, you will very well understand these all are the basic problem of our day-to-day life. Wherever we are working, wherever we are communicating, wherever we are, these are the common sign of interpersonal skill. So these are the solutions. How can we sort out our conflict? So in psychological point of view, you can say that there are 2 terms are here very important, like relationships and achieving goals. So here 5 kinds are given. How can we resolve our problem, right? So it is bifurcated in 2 parts, high level and low level. The first point is competing, right? 2 persons are, just imagine in organization, there are 2 active persons, right? And each one of them want to show that I am superior, I am superior. So at that time, this is the competition. But when we are competing with other one, at that time, without harming the interest of other one, if we are doing the same thing that is competing, so it is also one of the kind to solve the conflict. The another one is collaboration, right? Collaboration is nothing but we are giving importance to our organization or wherever we are, in our personal life or in our professional life. These things, as we all know that in our personal life also there are various kinds of issues. In organizational level also there are some kinds of issues. In society also there are various kinds of issues. But in some situation, what should we do? We have to collaborate, right? Collaboration is very, very important. मराठीत एक म्हण आहे, एकमेका सहाय्य करू अवघे धरू सुपंथ, right? And in Sanskrit also, sange khalu shakti, like unity is the strength of society, and without unity the society is weak. In some situation, collaboration will very helpful. So in this situation, both parties, like win-win situation is there. In collaboration, win-win situation is there. On the contrary, in competing situation, one party is in winning situation and one party is in losing situation, right? And another is avoiding. So avoiding is nothing but a low. It shows that when there is no chances of collaboration, there is no chances of competition, there is no chances of compromise. Maybe it is an ego issue, or we can say that one or both parties seek to suppress the conflict. No solution. So last solution is avoidance, right? So it shows the low category. And next is accommodating. One party is the win to the other party. So these both parts, like avoiding and accommodating, in which situation we are doing these 2 terms? When we want to make a good relationship with other one. लोगों को खुश करने के लिए sometimes we have using some kind of techniques. So these are the techniques how can one resolve the issue, how one can solve the problem. And last is like in middle part in a yellow color, it is showing that compromise, right? Both parties are in win-win situation, and both parties have give up something, right? Both parties are there, A person and B person. So A person also give up something, B person also sacrifice something. So at that time, compromise is there. So compromise and collaborating in this situation we are using when we are giving importance to achieve the goal of organization. At that time, we are using these policies, right? So these are the techniques, or we can say that these are the terminologies where we can solve our conflict. In organization also, in corporate sectors also, or in our home also, directly or indirectly, there are various kinds of situations. So we people are applying these techniques by giving, by observing whether we want to achieve the goal or whether we want to make our relationship stagnate. So in this situation, we have to take decisions. And emotional intelligence is also very important part. So emotional intelligence is nothing but, here is also two sides, right? Two brains. Like earlier I said that right brain and left brain, two sides are our brain. In the same way, in emotional intelligence also, two persons are there, self and other one. So it is, we can say that it is a like empathy and emotional intelligence are the siblings, right? So when we recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions, in the same way, when we recognize, understand, and influence or manage the emotion of other one, means here not only you are managing yourself, but you are also trying to manage other one. In our home or in our professional life, we are also managing ourselves. We are also trying to understand our boss, right? In some situation, what our authorities are giving instruction, giving orders, so we have to follow. And they are also respecting us. They are also trying to solve our problems. So at that time, if they have the emotional intelligence, then only they can take such type of decisions. So here the role of emotional intelligence is very important, because if we have the empathy, if we have the emotional intelligence, definitely we can create a balanced working style, a balanced lifestyle in society. So here also this diagram is showing that self and other one. So what I know, so self-awareness, like knowing yourself is very important. As in very starting, I use the term SWOT analysis. We should know what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, which kind of opportunities comes, and which kind of traits comes. So that all parts are related to self-awareness. If I have the self-awareness, definitely, if I know myself very well, definitely I can know other one very well. So it will create social awareness also. See, the self-awareness is boosting to social awareness, and if we have the social awareness, it will create a healthy relationship. So it is a base of relationship management, and in relationship management, the emotional intelligence is working a very crucial role. If we are able to manage the relations, definitely we can manage everyone, right? So what should we do for this purpose? We have to keep our remote control in our hand only, right? So that we can't say that because of that person, I am in this situation. I am the facing the situation of unhappiness, sorrow, etc. So take responsibility of your life, take remote control of your life in your hand only, then only we can say that I have a good emotional intelligence. No one has a power to make you happy, to give you unhappiness or sorrow, right? It is just our thinking. Whatever you will think, you will attract the same thing in your life. As Einstein very rightly said that like energy attracts like energy. If you have positive energy, if you have positive emotions, definitely you can meet with same kind of people. If you have negative energy, definitely you will meet with negative people, right? So if I know myself very well, then only I can know what should I do in my life and what should I not do in my life. So these quality can be gained with the help of emotional intelligence. And I think you all can remember that effective communication, right? We started from effective communication, active listening. So it will, if we have a effective communication, if we are active listener, definitely it will solve any kind of problem. As there is a common quote, problem always comes with solution. Whatever thoughts come in our life, that can be materialized, right? Whatever questions arises in our mind, in our brain, in our heart, we can solve them very easily with the help of interpersonal skills. Again, I am repeating, skills can be obtained. If we work on our skills, definitely we can achieve anything in our life, whatever we want to achieve in our life. And here, how can one develop interpersonal skills? So these are the tricks, directly or indirectly, we all are using in our personal and professional life. So first is a practice active listening daily. Right from charity begins at home, and we all are using these things. So from our home, we can practice these things. Okay. So active listening is very, very important. It is very basic thing. It is very basic point, but it will give very effective results. Then seek feedback and learn from it, right? Giving feedback and receiving feedback is also art. Like we can say that how should be our feedback? Because in interpersonal skill, sometimes we are giving our feedback. So our feedback should be like a sandwich. वो कड़वी दवाई होती है ना, sugar coated कड़वी दवाई होती है. So in the same way, we have to give our feedback like a sandwich. Always give positive feedback, but it should be effective so that whatever is our feelings and emotions, it can reach with that person. मराठीत एक म्हण आहे, निंदकाचे घर असावे शेजारी, right? So what is happening in organization, if our boss, if our authority is showing our weakness, is giving some instructions, giving some suggestion, or our junior or seniors are giving us some suggestions, if they are showing our lacuna, so what we are doing, we are just showing anger. So instead of that, we have to say them thank you. So receiving feedback is very, very important. I think if we learn the art of giving feedback and the art of receiving feedback, definitely it will show you have the interpersonal skill, right? Because before saying something to someone, we have to take some pause. Pause is very important, right? So this is a very important point. Next thing is we have to participate in various kinds of workshops. Nowadays, after the pandemic period, uh, maximum colleges are organizing webinars, seminars. So uh, whenever we have the opportunity, we have to attend the communication workshops or seminars because it will hammering us. We have to speak like this. We have to behave like this because our speaking, our behaving is connected to each other. Engage in role playing scenarios. Yeah. So role playing scenario is nothing but the policy of empathy, right? In empathy, what we are doing, we are replacing ourselves in place of other one, right? We are trying to understand the problem of other one. So that is empathy. So role playing scenario is very important. And last point, as I mentioned here, read books on communication and emotional intelligence. Reading is very important, and you might be listen that a good reader is a good leader. Always read good books. And there are various kinds of books, motivational books, the books which are based on emotional intelligence. So we have to also inculcate the reading habits. So I think you can forecast here that you can imagine here that these all are the part of communication skills. So if if you are finding some good things from these presentation, these slides, so it is my humble request to all of you, please try to follow whatever is possible from these beliefs in your personal life. So definitely, at least you have to pick up one thing. So definitely another will comes automatically in your life, but it should be the part of our life. It should be the part of our habit. If you will continuously work 21 days on one aspect of these among these 5 points, definitely you are on the path of interpersonal skills. You can inculcate, you can develop interpersonal skill in your life. We all have, right? But on right time, in particular situation is very important. Circumstances are very important. Direction is very important. The WH questions are there now. How, where, when, to whom, who, etc. So we can find out the solution of these WS questions very easily with the help of interpersonal skills, right? So before ending my presentation, I want to conclude here that interpersonal skill is correlated with intrapersonal skill. So intra is related to self and interpersonal is related to other one. You observe that whatever slide or whatever content I have mentioned in this presentation, in each and every slide is showing only 2 words, that is you and other. So if you are able to know yourself very well, definitely we are able to know other one also. If we have the remote control of our life, if we have the remote control of emotions in our hand, definitely we can manage anyone. So self-management is very important. If we are able to manage self very well, definitely we are able to manage other one also very well. Okay, so from my side, these all are the parts of interpersonal skills, or we all are using these skills in our life, but it should be effective. So with this, thank you so much. If you have any questions, if you want to share something, your experience, you're welcome here.
It is a humble request to all the dear participants. Please, if you have any question regarding interpersonal skill or interpersonal skill, you may ask to the today's resource person, Dr. Gupta ma'am. Now the session is open for question answer discussion. If you have any question regarding interpersonal skills, please ask to ma'am.
Or you can share your experience also, because in our day-to-day life or in our personal or professional life, we all are facing such type of problems. But there, the role of interpersonal skill is very important. Just keep one point in your hand. These are the techniques.
Hello, good evening, ma'am. Sir, good evening.
Ma'am, please stop your
Hello.
screen sharing.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Yes. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Ma'am, actually, really, this was a nice session. As I have observed that most of the students are there, most of the faculty members are there. They are unaware about this communicative competence. As we know that there are two types of competence. One is linguistic competence and other one is communicative competence. So when we talk about language, everywhere we get to listen that word is like a weapon and we wanted to use it very carefully. The same is there, that we always focus on language, but we never focus on communicative competence, that we wanted to develop it. So this is this was very nice and fruitful session in which you have cleared so many ideas of the participants, in which the qualities of interpersonal communication, the exactly what is interpersonal communication, how we wanted to develop it. But I mean, I would like to request you that other than this part, we would like to listen your experience in which in your day-to-day life, wherever specifically you have implemented these skills and that become fruitful for you.
So,
Any example?
yeah. Sir, as I am
Actually, ma'am, I know that in our daily life, even each step we use communicative competence. Even I ask to my students that to develop this communicative competence. Most of the time, students enter in my class and they ask in I mean different language, sorry, in different tone, that may I come in, sir. So I ask them that use some soft skills like that. That may I come in, sir, like this. But I would like to listen your experience. That's why I asked.
Okay, sir. Your question is very, very good. So I want to share my professional experience with my students. Sir, I just joined my college as a full-time faculty from 12th September 2019 as an assistant professor. So that time, as I have so many degrees, etc., so I can say that don't have that maturity also. So my HODs are one student. As there is an internal assessment, she just came for giving the test examination and she was late. So I scolded her. So at that time, my HOD sir make me understand, Rupa, first of all, you have to listen the problem of student. And really afterwards, I talked with that girl. She told me that my mother was not feeling well. She has shown me some proof also. So that was very great experience for me also. So this is all about student. In the same way, as I am, I have completed 4 years as a full-time faculty. I am very energetic, active faculty because I am organizing so many kinds of sessions, workshop, international conference, national conference, HRD, uh, like faculty development program in collaboration of HRDC also. So people are criticizing me. Means my senior, there are so many seniors, are 34 seniors, okay? So they are criticizing and they are just saying that she is egoistic because why I am sharing? She is egoistic because basically my nature is don't waste your time in unnecessary things. So at that time, again, my HOD sir, who is also vice principal, again, he make me understand, Rupa, समझो, दूसरों को समझो, give respect to other one. तुमको सब कुछ आता है इसलिए तुम किसी की हेल्प नहीं लेती हो, तो ये शो करता है कि तुम्हारे पास ईगो है. तो हियर he correct me, he taught me the policy of collaboration. As I am a coordinator of Institutions Innovation Council. So yearly I am organizing, every year I organize 30 to 35 or 40 workshops, webinars, seminars, and etc. So from last year, I have learned the policy of collaboration, the policy of avoidance. Sometimes avoidance is very important, right? Because people are thinking that abhi abhi to lagi hai aur humko sikha rahi hai. So these are the words of my seniors. But मुझे नहीं पता था कि what they people are understanding, what they people are thinking about me. So this is my personal one experience, and in regards of faculty, in regards of students also, you might be feel, you might have some kind of experience also. But from that time, I am receiving good feedback for me.
Ma'am, how could
Very
you
nice, ma'am.
shift? Oh, sorry, there's somebody else in the question. Sorry.
Okay, continue, sir. No issue. It was a really very nice experience, ma'am. That's I was saying that you have used some qualities. Just because of that, you could communicate your colleagues and faculty members. So it is very, important that we always wanted to learn all these communicative competence so that we can have good communication with the people and even a kind of rapport. Okay, thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay,
Ma'am, how
thank
did you shift? How did you shift from that self-doing to collaborative? What steps you took? 1, 2, 3, 4. It would help me also. I'm also facing similar issues in my institution.
Okay, sir. So there are some people in every institution, they are facing same kind of situation. So I think the basic step is, sir, again, I want to share when 12th September was my first day as a full-time faculty, I greet my seniors, but they did not reply me. So after some time, क्या किया मैंने, उनको greet करना बंद कर दिया कि नहीं करते हैं, चलो avoid करो. Again, I shared with my my HOD sir is for fatherly figure for me. He make me understand. तो वो लोग कैसे हैं, उनको हम गुड मॉर्निंग बोलते हैं, गुड आफ्टरनून बोलते हैं, वो कुछ रिप्लाई ही नहीं देते हैं. तो सर ने मुझे कहा कि रूपा, यू हैव टू यूज दिस पॉलिसी डेली and give a smile also, smiley face. And there is one my policy, you don't waste your time in useless things like in break or other time. So sir, my basic nature is to avoid gossiping. किसी के बारे में बात नहीं करना, academics और personal बातें तो बिल्कुल नहीं करना organization में. This is my policy. But what I am observing in professional life, people are sharing their personal life. Okay, I don't like such type of things. But I have also used the same policy. उनकी पर्सनल लाइफ के बारे में, कैसे हो, आपके बेटे कैसे हैं, etc. In the same way, the policy of appreciation, because everyone likes appreciation. So I think Rashvi sir, appreciation is a powerful tool. Whatever you like in anyone, you have to just appreciate.
They will tell it's drama, ma'am.
Yeah, no, sir, it's a drama. But by heart, you have to appreciate, because if you will, whatever you will give, you will receive the
Get back.
same. This is the policy of universe. If you will appreciate, definitely people will also appreciate you. People will not criticize you. People will trying to understand you. So that was first step for me. Appreciation and greeting.
Greeting.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir, Venkatesh sir and Kakade sir. Thank you so much for asking some questions regarding today's session. Now I'm going to conclude today's session. Rupa Gupta ma'am, please, you have delivered your speech on interpersonal skills on very good manner, and you have put all the views about the new education policy that has been founded on the 5 guiding pillars of that one of the access. It means understand to others, access, equity, equality, affordability, and accountability. It will prepare our youth to meet the diverse national and global challenges of the present future. If they will understand, they will read the interpersonal skills, then they can face the global challenges, because interpersonal skills related to intrapersonal skills. First, they need to fight with themselves. Then they can fight with the others. Fight with the others. It means what are they are having issues in their life while studying. They must fight these issues with self. Then they can fight these issues with the others. No one could be the good speaker without a good listener. In your speech, you have talked very nicely that if we want to become a very good speaker, an effective speaker, we must be the active listener first. We should improve our achieving goals, that emotional intelligence should be there, self-awareness, social awareness. These are the things that we should know, and what we can do. These are the self-management and relationship management that we must do in our life. We must develop our interpersonal skills. Really, that was very nice and wonderful session. Thank you so much. Now I would like to conclude the vote of thanks for today's this session of Dr. Rupa Gupta ma'am. I am very much thankful to the honorable principal of my college, Dr. B.R. Bodke sir. Sir was present in this meeting since the beginning of the meeting to the end of this meeting. I am very much thankful to him for giving a chance to Internal Quality Assurance Cell to organize this 25 days national series on new education policy on the various subjects. This was today is the second day of this national seminar series, and today's resource person, I would like to also thanks to the today's resource person, Dr. Rupa Gupta ma'am. She has delivered her speech on interpersonal skills. Also, I would like to thanks to the vice principal of my college, Dr. Vittalji Chavan sir. Sir was also with us from the beginning to the end of this session. I would like to also very much thankful to the librarian of my college, Dr. Sadashiv Varvate sir, Dr. Balaji Acharya sir, head of the economics department, Dr. Sanjay Jagtap sir, head of the public administration department, Dr. Bharat Bhadade sir, head of Marathi department, Dr. Ananta Somuse sir, head of the English department, Dr. Darshana Kanwate ma'am, geography department, and all the my dear colleagues, those who have participated in today's session. I am very much thankful to each and everyone, not last but not least, I am very much thankful to all the dear participants from the various states of our country and all the respected resource persons for the upcoming days. All were the presented for today's this session. I am very much thankful to all of them. And lastly, I would like to thanks to all my dear college students, those who are participated in this national seminar series. And I would like to also thankful to the all the respected participants, those who have participated on the YouTube live channel. I am very much thankful to all of them. And with the permission of chair, this session has been ended. Thank you so much to one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.